So as you can see, the title says where you go wrong with nouns, where you make mistakes with nouns. This is house. No, you never say that. This is house. We don't. A and an are only telling you're talking about one item. First question, if you answer dog, cat, and park, you got the right answer because these are all names. Oh, what do you like about your girlfriend? Oh, she has beautiful eye. For question number 2, A is the answer.
Preview.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to Mark English with Abby once again. In today's lesson, we're going to cover one of the most important parts of speech, which are nouns, and also mistakes that you're likely to make when using nouns. So 90% of the mistakes you might make when we use noun, we're going to solve them today. If you're ready, let's dive in. Good. So as you can see, the title says where you go wrong with nouns, where you make mistakes with nouns. But before we say that, let's define what noun is. What is a noun? Well, nouns are names. Whatever it is that you look at and the word you use to address it or to talk about it is a noun. Right now, I'm holding a marker on my hand. So marker is a noun. And what I open and close and lock to keep the place secured is a door. So a door is a noun. So literally anything you see and the word you use to address it is a noun. But we have two types of nouns. The ones we can count, the ones we don't. So let's talk about cars. 1 car, 2 car, 3 car, 4 cars. Okay, books. 1 book, 2 book, 3 books, 4 books. Water. 1 water, 2 water, 3 water. Not really. Sugar. 1 sugar, 2 sugar, 3 sugar. Not really. We're going to cover them both. So to make it easy, first we're going to start with countable nouns, which are car, book, and house. Well, there's nothing wrong with these words, but when you put them in a sentence, since they are countable, since I can say 1 car, 2 car, 3 cars, 2 books, 4 books, 100 houses, you have to tell me whether you're talking about 1 house or many. And to do that, you have to use article, or s. If you're talking about 1 item, you have to use a. So you don't come and say, you have car or I have car. No, you have to say, do you have a car or I have a car? And that tells me you own 1 car. We don't always use numbers and say, I have 1 car, she has 3 cars. Okay? If you don't want to tell me the number or the exact amount, well, A actually does it. You know, if you say I assume you're only talking about 1 item. If somebody comes to you and says, I have a problem, then he's talking about 1 problem. But if he says, I have problems, you better run because there are many. But we don't know exactly how many there are. But when you say A, always you're talking about 1 item. So whenever you make a sentence and you're using countable nouns, don't forget to use your A or your S. Okay? Your A or your S or your an, depending on what noun you're talking about, or the. If you want to learn about a, an, and the, you have to learn about articles. You might think it's simple. It really isn't. The rules are too many. So again, if you have countable nouns, don't forget to add s or a or an or the or my. Okay, let's see. This is house. No, you never say that. This is house. We don't. This is a house. Very good. This is a house. See, this is 1 house. This is a beautiful house. Again, I'm just adding adjective, but still, I have to use a. This is the house. This is the house. It means we've talked about this house before, and now you're telling me the house that I was telling you about is this. This is the house. This is my house. Again, we have my. These are houses. Again, I have house and I'm adding s. So I'm saying these are houses. You don't say these are house. No. Okay? These are houses because s is there. So what I'm basically saying is if you have a countable noun, if it's something that you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make sure you have a or an to say one. The, you can use it for both, okay? This is the house, okay? Or these are the houses, okay? The doesn't really deal with numbers, but a and an are only telling you you're talking about one item. So make sure you use them. Without that, just the nouns by themselves, we never use them. If they are countable nouns, okay? So let's look at the example. There is a big house, as here. There are big houses. Again, my S is here. You got it? Good. The second one is subject and verb agreement. So right here, I have the dogs is barking. The dogs is barking. What's wrong with this sentence? The dogs is barking. How many dogs do I have? This is a sentence, and we said without any like article or pluralization, we don't make a sentence. So we have is here, so this is fine. The dogs, but it's saying is barking. So if I'm talking about too many dogs, I have to use are here, and the dogs are barking. So whenever you have a noun, you have to know whether it is singular or plural and use the verbs that go with them. Let's look at some more examples. It says, these is houses. These is houses. Is this right? What is the problem with this? These is houses. Okay, the problem begins here, okay? Or I can just simply do this. Good, and we're fine. These are houses. Perfect. These are houses. And the other thing to do would be to change are to is, and this is saying these, so it's talking about many things. So I have to change these to this and say this is, again, houses. No, let's get rid of s. This is house. Still no, because we added s here because we were talking about many, right? But now it's one, and we said earlier without any like s, a, or my, we don't use the nouns by themselves. So I add a here. So this is a house. Then now it's right. Second one, the car work. The car work. What tense is this? This is simple present tense. We're talking about a repeated action. So in this case, if you have he, she, it, third person singular, and you're talking about repeated action, you have to add s to the verb. So what's the verb here? The car work. What's the action word? Huh? The car? It's not action. What does the car do? It runs. Huh? It runs. It goes to place. It works. So we add s here, so the car works. This is perfect. But without s, it's grammatically incorrect. And this is the second one. Subject and verb agreements. Okay? Plural with plural verbs. Singular with singular verbs. Okay? Number 3, there are some words that are always in pairs. They're always in plural, and you don't use them in singular. So, for example, pants or trousers. Even though they look one, but they have plural nouns. They're considered as two. So we say pants. Yeah. It's up for a debate, I know. But again, pants are always used in plural. Okay? If you like someone's trousers, you can say, hey, nice trousers, not nice trouser. Nice pants, not nice pants.
Nice pants, nice pants.
Same goes with glasses. Oh, I like your glasses, eyeglasses. Not I like your eyeglass. They're always in pair, and we use plural.
I like your glasses. I like your glasses.
Eyes, wow. Oh, what do you like about your girlfriend? Oh, she has beautiful eye. She has beautiful eyes, okay? Whoa, Keep your ear open. No, keep your ears open because they're in pair again, okay? Keep your ears open.
Then keep your ears open. Then keep your ears open.
Lips. Yeah, always in plural. My lips are sealed. My lips are sealed, you know? It's not open. By the way, you say that when you want to tell someone, you're not going to tell his secrets, okay? My lips are sealed. It's okay. I'm not going to tell anyone.
But never ask what for. My lips are sealed.
What else? Yeah, you say shoes. Shoe is singular, just one. But shoes, I'm here to buy shoes because you're buying both. Legs, leg, hands. My hands are tied, not my hand is tied. No. And that means you can't do anything and it's out of your control. I wish I could help you, but my hands are tied.
My hands are tired, man.
So if you're talking about a pair of things, then make sure you use plural nouns. That's it. Okay, let's see what we did so far. When we talk about countable nouns, or if there are things that we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, always we have to add a, an, the, my, or s. Without them, we don't just use the words by themselves. Teacher, no, you don't say that. A teacher, teachers, the teacher, my teacher, okay? The other one is subject and verb agreement. Second one, subject verb agreement. If you have a singular noun, you have to use singular verbs for plural, plural verbs. Third one, words that are always plural, like pants, glasses, eyes, and ears. Now let's see this. You have how many and how much. Always, if you say how many, you're talking about countable things. In a question form, we always add s. Always. How many sisters do you have? Okay? How many times do I have to tell you that you have to practice your English if you really want to speak the language? How many? Always s. Okay? How many days do we have left until we graduate or until we speak English fluently? What else? How many shirts do you have? Always with s. Okay? How many fingers do you have? How many languages do you speak? Always, if you say how many, we're talking about countable nouns, so s is fine. How many days do you have left? But if you say how much, you never add s, because we say how much for uncountable nouns, like water. So how much water do you drink in a day? Okay? How much food do you eat in a day? How much money do you have in the bank? By the way, money is not countable. Yeah, we don't count money. We count we count dollars, we count pounds, we count the currency. But money is not countable. Just like we say water, okay? So imagine an ocean, okay? So you can't count the water, but what do? You bring a bottle and you say, oh, 1 liter of water, 2 liters of water, and then you keep on counting it, right? Just like that. So imagine money as an ocean of currencies. So you take one and you say $1, and then you take 2 and say 2 pounds, and you count the currencies, but never the money. So how much money do you have? Not how much monies do you have, okay? How much love do you have for your mother? How much love do you have for your mother? Not loves. So if you don't have uncountable nouns, you never add s.
How much water did we drink?
So simply put, how many? Always s. How much? Never s, okay? So let's look at number 5. But before that, when we have a car, we say a car and it's one. We add s and we say cars and it's many. And most nouns work like that if they're countable. But some words are too good for this. They say, okay, a is fine, but I don't need s. I'm going to create my own plural noun. That's what we have here. Foot, feet. Okay? Foot, feet. 1 foot, 3 feet. Women, woman. 1 woman, 3 women. Man, 1 man, 5 men. A man came here looking for you yesterday. Tooth, teeth. He lost 3 teeth in a fight. Tooth, 1, teeth, many. Person, man, you are a good person. Okay? Somebody help me. Oh my God, you are a good person. A is telling me that he's 1. But if there are 3 or 4, we say, hey, you guys are good people, even if there are 3. Usually, when we hear the word people, we think about population or too many people in a country. But it's okay. If there are 2 people, husband and wife, and you want to tell them that they are good, you say, you guys are good people, okay? You are good people. You are 2 good people, 3 good people, whatever. 5 people. Yeah, just to mention few, I have these. Foot, feet, woman, man, tooth, teeth, person, people. Just 5. And we have these groups. Whether they're 1 or many, they don't want to change their identity. They're the same. I can say, can I have 1 fish, please? Can I have 5 fish, please? Never fishes. Okay? Fish, 1. Fish, many. It doesn't really matter. Okay? Yeah. Sheep, same thing. Yeah. I have 1 sheep. I have 5 sheep. They're the same, whether they're plural or singular. Aircraft. Our country has 5 aircraft. Your country has 1 aircraft. Whether they're 1 or many, aircraft stays the same. Series. Series are books or movies that are the same, and they have different parts, and they come one after the other. So if I'm talking about a documentary, I could tell you, wow, this is a good series. A good series, okay? Yes. All the series in this channel are good, okay? I've watched 5 of them. So series doesn't change. Species. Species, whether you have many or 1, still stays the same. There is only 1 species. There are many species. Right here, we have words that are confusing and you don't know whether they are countable or uncountable nouns. We have the word like information. You don't say, I have 1 information, or you don't say, I have many information. If you want to make it plural or singular, you have to follow it with these words. These are the measures for information. Just like you say a bottle of water or a kilo of sugar, you have to say a piece of information. I have 1 piece of information. I have 1 item of information. Information takes both piece and item. What about this one? Bread. I know. This is a bread and it should be counted, right? But it's not. A loaf of bread, if it's just 1. A loaf of bread. Give me a loaf of bread, or a bun of bread. A loaf is a bigger one. A bun is a smaller one. Okay? A loaf of bread. If you go to a baker and you want to tell him how many loaves of bread you want to buy, you can tell him, maybe please give me 3 loaves of bread. 3 loaves of bread, not 3 bread. Okay? Bread. A loaf, loaves. Hair. Do you count hair? No. But if you want to just talk about 1 of them, you call them strand. So you can say a strand of hair. A strand of hair. Okay? A strand of hair. Or we say a lock of hair. A lock of hair is just some piece put together. That's why we say dreadlocks, because you have a lot of locks put together. You see, like it's just not strand, it's a lock. They're locked together, and they become 1. So we call them locks of hair. Strand of hair, locks of hair. More on this. Music, you can count it. Songs, you don't. News, we never count it. But if you want to talk about 1 piece of news you heard on the radio, on the TV, or something you read on a newspaper, you're going to say, I read a news article about this topic, okay? I read a news article that says, and you go on and tell me. The other common phrase we see is, I have good news and bad news. So I think I wouldn't blame you if you say, I have a good news and a bad news. Which do you want to hear first? But you don't say a good news or a bad news. Just, I have good news and bad news, okay? The good news is, the is fine, but we don't say a good news, okay? I have good news. Is it good news? Is it bad news? It's never a in front of news. So I have good news and bad news. Nice.
Good news and bad news.
Right after news, we have furniture. You don't count furniture. Yeah. I need to buy some furniture, not furnitures. Okay? I like the furniture in your house. Okay? I like all of the furniture in your house, not the furnitures or a furniture. But if you want to talk about the chairs, feel free to count them. There are 5 chairs, okay? There is 1 couch. There's a shelf, 2, 3, 4. Feel free to count them, but not the furniture itself. Last but not least, we have jewelry. We have with double L and with 1 L. The double L is the British variation of spelling. The 1 L is American. So you don't count jewelry too. I have a lot of jewelry. A lot could be used both for countable and uncountable nouns, mind you, okay? You can say many. I have many friends, okay? I drink much water. I have a lot of friends. I drink a lot of water. Both are fine. Just like that, jewelry. Jewelry is not also countable. You don't count the jewelry itself, but you can count maybe the earrings or the rings or whatever accessory you put on. That's fine, but not the jewelry itself, okay? So yeah, that's it. These are the 7 points. The first one is not to forget your S or A or possessive pronouns like a, my, and his. The second one is always make sure your plural nouns go with plural verbs and singular with singular. Third one, some nouns are always in plural. Pants, glasses, eyes, or ears. When we say how many, we always add S. How much? Doesn't take anything. Some nouns have their own plural words. Foot, feet, woman, women, man, man, tooth, teeth, person, people. And some nouns are always the same, whether they're plural or singular. Fish, fish. One fish, two fish. One sheep, two sheep. One aircraft, two aircraft. One series, two series. One species, two species. If you want to talk about words like information and they're not countable, but you want to count them, make sure you use words that go with them, like pieces of information, a loaf of bread, a strand of hair, and music is songs, or news article if it's in writing, and furniture and jewelry. Both of them are not countable, but because they're talking about group, but maybe under them, like if you want to talk about specific type of furniture, feel free to count them. Chairs, chair. Same goes with jewelry. We don't count jewelry itself, but the rings, the earrings, every accessory is countable. If you understand, now let's jump to our exercise. First question, if you answer dog, cat, and park, you got the right answer because these are all names. For question number 2, A is the answer because we don't count furniture, but a couch is countable, so A is the right answer. On number 3, that is the problem. Music is playing in the background. If we talked about the music before, you can say, well, the music was playing in the background, but we didn't talk about this music before and we both don't have any information about it. So music is playing in the background is better. On this one, me and my friend is going to the concert has 2 mistakes. The first one, if you talk about something that you do and there are other people involved in the action, you put the people first and you put yourself at last. Not me and my friend and I. Now we are we, so you don't say is, the answer is are. My friend and I are going to the concert. The answer for that is the children are playing in the garden. The children are playing in the garden. We have are, so child is one, children, many, so the children are playing in the garden. Plural, plural. What about this one? I have a lot of furniture in my room. What's the mistake? There's no mistake because a lot can be used for both countable and uncountable. Furniture, books, doesn't really matter. I have a lot of furniture in my room. That's perfectly fine. I hope you did well and you understood the topic. If you stayed this long, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Till I see you next time, take care of yourselves, guys. This is Mark English with Abby.